The budget segment just got hotter with the entry of Moto G4 Plus, but Redmi Note 3 and LeEco Le1S are already here doing a good job. So can this new phone hurt the others? And more importantly, which one of these is for you? My name is Sid and today I will compare for you the best budget smartphones in town right now. Now I'm going to compare these phones in various aspects and we'll start with the designing first. So LeEco Le1S and Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 look uber classy thanks to the sheer amount of materials, premium materials used in these two phones. They both sport metal construction, have fingerprint scanners on the back and are also available in the gold color. Coming to the Moto G4, the designing has changed from the predecessors. Instead of a textured back, it is now smoother and flatter. Plus, it looks newer from the front too. Yet, Moto G4 loses this round to the other two competitors because of some weird designing decisions by the company. First is the front-facing fingerprint scanner that serves no other purpose than being a fingerprint scanner. And while it looks like a home button, it does not act like one and ends up just being odd. Secondly, the camera setup on the back protrudes out and that makes the phone wobbly when it's lying on flat surfaces. And lastly, I'm disappointed that Moto G4 ditched what Moto G3 had. It does not come with dust and waterproof protection like its predecessor. So from the remaining two devices, I would give this round to LeEco Le1S for the simple reason that the overall look and feel of this device is better than the two competitors. So designing goes to LeEco. Now let's talk about display. In this department, they are all pretty much alike with 5.5-inch Full HD screens present on the three devices. But the Moto G4 Plus inherits the Moto display, which gives you a quick glimpse of time and your notifications even when your device is locked. Plus, you get Gorilla Glass 3 for protection, so display goes to Moto. And now we head to the performance of these three devices. In terms of sheer horsepower, sheer processing power, Redmi Note 3 will win this round because Snapdragon 652 processor inside it is more capable than the lot. The second spot would go to LeEco Le1S because it has a Helio X10 chipset inside. And with the Snapdragon 617 processor on board, Moto G4 will lose this round. However, games aren't won on paper, and in real life, Motorola feels much more fluid than the competition, partly because of the fluid software it has. But we'll talk about software a bit later. First, I want to give you a glimpse of gaming on these three smartphones. So here is Modern Combat 5 on all the three devices. Now let's talk cameras for a while. You know, Xiaomi is a company you generally expect great cameras from, and Moto on the other hand as a brand is yet to prove its optics. However, in this case, Moto G4 Plus's camera trumps the other two in terms of quality. Here are some samples for you to judge. But remember, I said it only in terms of quality, because in terms of sheer functionality, LeEco Le1S's camera can shoot in 4K, it can do slow-mo better, plus both Redmi Note 3 and LeEco Le1S have better camera modes, filters and features than the bland app of Moto G4. So I'll give 1 point each to Le1S and Moto G4 Plus. And the only reason I don't give the point to Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 is that because you cannot shoot 4K videos through the stock camera app on that phone. Turning to the front camera, they all have the same resolution. But Moto G4 comes with a front screen flash feature. So the G4 Plus scores again. Now I'm not going to pit these phones with one another in the area of software because it's very personal, subjective and there is no clear winner. All it boils down to is your preference. But I would love to give you a heads up. LeEco's operating system is chock full of freebies and customizations. In fact, you can watch movies and TV shows for free in the first year. Xiaomi on the other hand runs on MIUI that comes preloaded with most of the utilities you're gonna need. And it is one of the most popular forked Android ROMs out there. And while both of these Chinese UIs are customizable, they both lack an app drawer for my liking. Moto G4 on the other hand gives you a Nexus-like experience by running Android in its purest form. Neither are there added functions nor bloat, it is simply stock. Though you do get some additional Moto gestures which I appreciate. Apart from the Moto display, twist camera and more importantly the chop flash are my favorite ones. And one edge that Moto has here is that it is running on Android Marshmallow, and the perks of owning a Moto device is that you would surely and quickly receive an update to the next version of Android. Lastly, we'll talk about the storage and battery on these three smartphones. And storage first, all these three devices ship with 32 gigs of storage on board. However, Moto G4 Plus and Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 give you the option to add in an SD card, which the LeEco Le1S does not. Coming to battery now, Moto G4 Plus and LeEco Le1S have 3000 mAh of battery, but Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 has a bigger 4050 mAh cell, and all these three phones come with fast charging. But if I have to rank them based on my personal usage when I reviewed these three phones in the past, it would be Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, Moto G4 Plus and the LeEco Le1S at the end. So now that we have covered all aspects of the competition, it is now time for the verdict. Which one should you buy? Well, firstly, they are all great devices, each with its own pros and cons. But if you're looking for software fluidity, a reputable brand name and great cameras, Moto G4 Plus is for you. But if you're looking for a good looking phones with a lot of freebies like Eros Now and Live TV and all that stuff, LeEco Le1S would not disappoint you. And if you're looking for a power monster with a great battery backup, Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 fits the bill perfectly. And again, they all have their own virtues and vices. For example, you do get the Moto gestures with the G4 Plus, but it does not have an IR blaster which the other two phones have. And also, it's more expensive than the competition, but that's primarily because of the brand name that backs it. Lastly, do remember, whichever one you pick, at the end, you get a flagship killer kind of a device without burning a hole in your pocket. And if there is a specific phone that you like more than the other, I have reviewed them all in the past. Be sure to check that one out too. If you have any more questions or need recommendation, post them in the comment box below. And if it's your first time here or you haven't already, do press that subscribe button. Meanwhile, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.